Hey guys, it's me, 80s from Full War. Today we'll be discussing Bayern Munich versus Barcelona. As a Barcelona fan, this is a match that I'm certainly not looking forward to. And likely the match Benfica versus Kiev will likely seal Barcelona's fate. We will likely know what will happen. Because let's be real, guys, let's be real. Most of us Barcelona fans shouldn't be expected to beat Bayern away at the Allianz Arena. And even if they're going to be playing, even if they're going to rotate some of the players, it's going to be very difficult, especially at the Allianz Arena. Now, I do have some information to bring to you guys, and I think this is important information. For this match at the Allianz Arena, there will be no fans. No fans whatsoever. Now, that could be a big advantage, that could be a disadvantage as well, because we all know what happened. That 8-2 happened with no fans. And it's honestly good that didn't happen with no fans, because let's be real, if fans were there, man, oh boy, it would have been really bad. Okay? I mean, it's still not great, and obviously fans are very important for both teams here, especially at home, and I think Bayern will lose that home advantage. But as I said, Bayern are one of those teams that can live without it. Now, as for Barcelona here, the referee for the Benfica versus Dynamo Kiev is Dennis Atkinson. This is the guy that refereed the Barca versus PSG, which Barca made the incredible comeback 6-1. So just want to let you guys know that those are two things that I want to bring about attention, which can maybe sway things into our favor. Now, I already did predict the Benfica versus Dynamo Kiev match in my Champions League Match Day 6 prediction, so I recommend you guys check that out. And we'll now be discussing about Bayern Munich versus Barcelona. So let's look at the insights for this match. Bayern Munich have won each of the last three meetings with FC Barcelona European competition: 3-2 May 2015, 8-2 in August 2020, 3-0 in September 2021, which is already the longest run of victories by a team against Barcelona in the history of UEFA European Cup/UEFA Champions League. Barcelona lost 2 of the last 13 away games against German opponents in the UEFA Champions League, win 6-5, draw 5, and are unbeaten in the most recent 3, win 1, draw 2. Their 2 defeats in this run both came against Bayern Munich, however, in 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. Bayern Munich unbeaten in 5 games when hosting Barcelona in European competition, win 3, draw 2, while they have won their most recent 2, 4-0 in April 2013, 3-2 May 2015. Both these games came in the semifinals of the UEFA Champions League. Barcelona taken just 7 points from their 5 games of UEFA Champions League this season. If they fail to avoid defeat here, it will be the second worst performance in terms of points, single group stage in the competition, behind only 1997, 1985. Win 1, draw 2, lost 3. Bayern Munich have averaged 5 goals per home game in the UEFA Champions League so far this season. 5-0 versus Dynamo Kiev, 5-2 versus Benfica, the most of any team that have scored at least 2+ goals in each of the last 11 home games in UEFA Champions League, or the longest such run by a team in the competition since Bayern potential between September 2002 and December 2012. So it's going to be interesting because Bayern have already secured top spot in this group. Bayern have already qualified to round of 16. They've already secured top spot. And Bayern Munich have some interesting games because, like I said, Don Guzman could make some rotation. Now, apparently in his press conference today, he has confirmed that several players will be out. We'll get to those players in a bit. But let's look at Bayern's schedule coming up. But let's look at their form real quick coming into this game. So Bayern Munich are obviously first in the Bundesliga, as we would all expect. Bayern did get a 3-2 win, and the Der Klassiker, some would say, was a bit of a controversial game, with Dortmund not getting the penalty, some would argue, and Bayern were perhaps fortunate to have won the match. Some would even argue that. And I actually watched the match, and I got to say, Hummels was the man of the match. He basically helped Bayern Munich out. He basically won the match for Bayern, essentially. His tackle, his penalty gave away, And I just think that for me, Bayern Munich aren't as invincible as we think they are, And I look at their form after the international break, they haven't really been convincing. They lost 2-1 to Augsburg. They won 2-1 away at Dynamo Kiev. Then they won 1-0 against Armenia. And then against Dortmund, they were really second best. They were not really dominating by Dortmund. It's just that they really scored the goals off of Dortmund's mistakes. I really think that Dortmund actually played better, but Bayern were just able to capitalize on their mistakes, which is the reason why they won. So it's not to say Bayern aren't unbeatable. I think we can definitely score a goal against them, given how, although we've been really struggling for a goal recently. And I just think for me, Bayern aren't unbeatable. We've seen games Bayern have lost this season. They lost to Gladbach 5-0, lost to Augsburg as well, and then they lost to Frankfurt at home as well. At home. So they drew also against Gladbach as well. So this Bayern team isn't as unbeatable as we think they are. they have had some flaws, and I think this Bayern team under Hansi Flick has definitely been much better. Okay, but that said, though, Bayern is still Bayern, and Bayern is still really good, right? So let's look at the players that are going to be missing for this match. So there's going to be several players going to be missing. So it's going to be Joseph Stanisic. He's going to be missing. He will not be available for this game. Bonasar is not going to be available for this game. Joshua Kimmich, that's a big loss indeed, who will not be available for this game. Leon Goretzka as well, a big loss indeed. That's another player who won't be available. Marcel Sabitzer will not be available for this game. Serge Gnabry will not be available for this game. And Eric Maximum Choupo-Moting will not be available for this match. So it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. And we're going to go ahead and predict the Bayern 11 here, by the way, right now. Let's just go ahead and do it. So I think Bayern Munich, they're going to... I don't think they'll go with their full strength B team, but I don't think they'll go with their full strength A team. I think we're going to see a mix. I think we're going to see a mix of A team and B team. And we know that Bayern Bayern don't really have great squad depth in particular, so I don't really believe they'll go with their alternative lineup per se. So I think we'll still see Neuer in goal for this one. And then I think for the back four, I think we'll see Nicolas Sula actually start this one. And then I could perhaps see maybe... it's a tough call to make. We might see Lucas Hernandez start this one as a center back. Actually, he may not start this because he had a little knock against Dortmund. So I think Upamecano Sula will actually start as a center back partnership. Left back, I think we might see Omar Richards. And right back, we might see Pavard. I don't think Davis will start particularly. And then for the midfield, I think midfield's really interesting because they have a lot of absentees there. I think we're going to see Tolisso start. And I think we might see Mark Roca start this. And then I think perhaps in the front four, I think we're going to see Coman start this. Lewandowski in the striker, Muller in the middle, and the right wing. I think we might see Musiala start, or maybe Kingsley Coman. I think Kingsley Coman might actually start this. Actually, I think we'll see Tolisso and Musiala and Muller, Sane on the right, left wing, Coman, and then in the middle, Robert Lewandowski. So I think we might see a team like that. And as I said, they have some absentees, and I think we could definitely try to expose their weaknesses, especially the defense, because we all know that Bayern defensively are not really the best. We know that's probably one of Bayern's weakness points, and that their high line can be very, very important. High line can be one of the huge issues for them. Now let's go and look at Bayern's next games and give you guys an idea what fixtures they have coming up. So they have Mainz on home. That's an early kickoff for them at home. Mainz is a tricky opponent. I think the last season they lost 2-0 to them. Stuttgart on the road could be tricky indeed, and then they have Wolfsburg at home. So these are games that Bayern may not be able to rest their players. So if there's an opportunity to rest, I think this would be the game to do so. But keep in mind, after the Wolfsburg game, they do have a nice 2-week break, so that could be very interesting indeed. And given how poor Bayern's performances have been, I think they might just take this game the scruff of the neck. So yeah. As for Barcelona, we do have some interesting players in the squad list. Let's go ahead and discuss about that. Right now, Ansu Fati has not made the squad. He will not be participating in this game. And it's interesting, we actually have Ilias that who's going to be playing this game. He will play this game. Abde is still not registered. Gavi is actually back in the team, which is really interesting. So let's go ahead and talk about the Barcelona 11. I think Xavi will go back to the 3-4-3. We saw how the 4-3-3 didn't really work against Betis that well. And I think the 3-4-3 has definitely been the way to go. We have played the 3-4-3 for 3 games, actually 2 games. And I just think that for me in this match, we should just go back to the 3-4-3, especially knowing how much Bayern will be on the front foot and how much possession they'll have and how much we're probably going to have to counterattack here. So I think the 3-4-3 is the most effective for this one. And let's go ahead and start with the goalkeeper. Obviously, goalkeeper, I'm going to go with Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Pretty much no-brainer there. Okay, why isn't it working? Marc-Andre. Okay, what the heck? Why isn't it? Okay, let me try this again, guys. Sorry. Marc-Andre. Let me just put Marc-Andre. Wait, is that really? What? No. Okay, let me just put FC Barcelona. It'll be a lot easier. Oh, it's because of the accent. Oh, okay, whatever. Center backs, I think this is pretty much a guarantee. I think we're going to see PK and Araujo start this. Now, the interesting part is who's going to be next to PK and Araujo, because that's going to be the interesting one. It's basically between Longley and Eric Garcia. I don't think Umtiti's in contention. I don't think Mingueza's in contention. I think it's really down to these two. Longley, Eric Garcia. Now, if I was predicting the lineup, I'm going to say Eric Garcia will probably start this game. Even though Longley was pretty good against Betis, I still think Xavi really rates Eric Garcia highly, and he's a great young prospect, and, youth is kind of the way for us to go. So I think we'll see Eric Garcia, but in my personal opinion, if I were Xavi, I would actually pick Longley, because as much as I think Eric Garcia, as much as I don't really like Longley, I do think Eric Garcia has made a lot of mistakes this season. Eric Garcia has made a lot of mistakes. He's got a lot of red cards. I think he's got 2 red cards this season. And I just have to say that Eric Garcia at his age is just not that great. So for me, I would pick Longley, but I have a feeling it's going to be Eric Garcia. So let's move on to the midfield. Now this is interesting. I think we're going to see Frankie de Jong and Busquets start this. I think that's pretty much a guarantee there. And now it's interesting because some people would ask, what about Nico Gonzalez or Gavi and these kind of players? I don't think they'll be in the starting 11 because, like I said, we need some fullbacks to push our attack forward, and I think we need to have them stay back. Actually, I don't like that being that high, but okay. So I think we're gonna see Dest start this one, and I think we're gonna see Alba start this. And then I think, as I said, I think Nico Gonzalez and Gavi. I think Gavi shouldn't start this. He's coming off a head injury, and I don't even think it's best for him to be starting for this game. So it should be best for him to come off the bench. As for Nico Gonzalez, he has been impressive. I do like his game, but I think for this game, we're going to really need a lot of attacking output, and I don't really know if he can really help us in that kind of aspect. Maybe he could, maybe he may not. I don't know. Okay. Striker, it's pretty much a no-brainer. It's going to be Depay. Whether we have a right to criticize him, I've already made a video on why we should criticize him. I don't think he's been great for Barcelona, but then again, maybe the system is not really in his favor. But still, Depay needs to improve. He hasn't even scored a goal in the Champions League. Dembele is going to start this game. I believe I heard a lot of reports saying that Dembele will start, and I think Dembele should start. And then for the left wing, I think we're going to go see Elias start this one. So, obviously he's not in the squad. I don't think it's in the website. So Elias, I think we'll see in the left wing for this one. As for my prediction, this is a tough game to predict. I think Bayern. It depends what 11 Bayern plays, really, guys. It really depends. If Bayern plays like primarily a B team heavy, then I think we can get a draw. I really think we could. But if Bayern plays the strongest A team possible, then it's gonna be done and dusted. We're gonna lose by a big margin. We might as well not even show. We might as well forfeit, basically, if the Bayern puts out the strongest 11. Because this is going to be too much. And the thing about this Barcelona team I realize is that they cannot score goals. And that is such a huge problem for this team, is that Depay, in particular, has been so wasteful. And he needs to improve in his game. And I think we have right to criticize him. Now, obviously, it's not all his fault. I mean, I'm not going to say it's all his fault, but still, he needs to improve in his attack. So, man, it's a tough one to call. I'm gonna make assumption that Bayern will play a strong team, which would lead me to suggest that I think they'll win 3-1, which I think will be a safe, conservative prediction. I don't think Bayern will destroy Barca because, like I said, there is really no incentive for them to do so. They were already through to the next round, through to round of 16, so it'd be pretty much a waste. And like I said, I just feel like for me this will be interesting. So let's just give it our best effort. Hopefully we can go out there and just prove everyone wrong and, show everyone why we're Barcelona. Because the previous matches against Bayern, man, we haven't really played the Barcelona way. We played a disgraceful. We played a counter-attacking. Then we allowed Bayern. We basically sat back in the last game and allowed Bayern to attack us. We got to go out there. We need to score goals, and this is the match to do so. This is our last opportunity. And like I said, if we go into the playoffs, the Europa League, I will still support this team. Despite all of the troubles and all that. But something tells me that a miracle is going to happen. So, I don't know, man. We have to hope and pray. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go for a Bayern 3-1. I think Lewandowski will get a goal. I think Muller will get a goal. And I could see Coman getting a goal. And for Barcelona, I'm going to go with Dembele to score for us. He's really the only hope I have for this attack right now, honestly. So, let's just see what happens, man. I just hope that we can go out there and somehow win. And if we do win, guys, it will be an amazing experience indeed. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Hope you guys do enjoy the video, guys. Remember, guys, to comment, like, and subscribe on this video. Make sure you guys check out me and my other platform. Links in the description below. And I'll see you all later. Peace out.